Hello everybody, and welcome back to more Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of the Duelist, but today we're moving into 5Ds. Let's go. Now loading 5D's histories. Duelists, young and old, professional and amateur alike. It's the moment you've been waiting for. Welcome to New Domino City, home of turbo dueling. Turbo duels are a new form of dueling that takes place on motorcycles called duel runners. However, our story not being in New Domino City, we join our hero, Yusei Fudo, in the poorer outskirts known as Satellite. Yusei was wronged by the undefeated turbo dueling champion, Jack Atlas. The two were once friends, but Jack stole Yusei's two most prized possessions, the Stardust Dragon card and his custom duel runner. Jack left Satellite and became the turbo dueling champion for Neo Domino City. Yusei wanted to confront Jack, but unfortunately, Sector Security kept getting in his way. Yusei's friend Rally found a Skylon 30 acceleration chip. Yusei needed this chip badly for the new duel runner he was building. Yusei, hey Yusei, check this out. It's a Skylon 30 acceleration chip. Aren't those incredibly expensive? Don't tell me you stole this. I didn't steal nothing. It was just laying on the ground in broad daylight. Okay, thanks. This is just what I needed. I knew you'd like it. Will you make the duel runner faster? Absolutely. Unfortunately, Sector Security had tracked Rally and quickly closed in on Yusei and his friends. So, it was up to Yusei to confront Sector Security and get his friends out of trouble. I knew I should have locked you up when you were a kid. Looks like I finally get my wish. Are you gonna make this easy and come along quietly? I will, if you could beat me. You got yourself a deal, fool. Alright, we're gonna be dueling Sector Security, but of course, Yusei is using a garbage deck because he lives in the garbage. So let's see if Yusei's garbage cards can handle it. It's like, Cooper, if you don't say junk, I'm going to slap you. You can't slap me. I'm basically a floating voice in your head. That's all I am to you. All right, we got Speed Warrior, which is one of the most... watch the old show. He used this card like a billion times. It was probably his most used card in the first couple duels. All right, so for this first play... Like, there's a lot more cards in here than I thought, but they are classic. I'm going to throw away Quillbolt Hedgehog, another one of those junk-style cards. Then, I'm going to set Quillbolt Hedgehog. Of course, unless I draw a tuner monster, my deck is going to fall apart against Tetsuo Trudge, who is much stronger. He's one of the leading duelists in Sector Security, so his cards are quite strong. Speaking of strong, he's going to Synchro Summon. This is our first Synchro Summon of the Let's Play. It's Stingy and Sergeants! Oh, crap. Stingy and Sergeants is going to be way too strong. Thanks to its effect, it can attack again with 3,000. If this were the show, I'd only have 1,000 life points left, and I wouldn't know what to do. But this isn't the show. This is real life. I'm going to go ahead and set this. Alright, I'm going to set this card. And I'm going to end my... Oh, not battle phase. I'm going to end my turn. Because he was able to pull this off so easily, I don't see a way to win this without a synchro monster of my own. Oh boy. A Pursuit Chaser, he wanted me in defense mode. He got me. He got me good. But I have to stop this monster because it'll do 3,000 damage. So Pursuit Chaser gets its effect off. Ah, damn it. Come on, video game. Give me the monster I truly seek. Ah, these cards are useless. Alright, well, then I'm going to summon Speed Warrior. And Speed Warrior does have an effect. I'm going to use it right now. On the turn you normal summon it, it can double its attack, making it as strong as the legendary Lejin. And that's about all it can do, but that's why it's a junk card. Well, it's not a junk card, but you know what I mean. It's a card you'd find in the junk heap. Ah, Tactile Espionage Expert. That's a problem. He's trying to win the duel this turn, but Scrap Iron Scarecrow will keep us safe. It's a busted junk card. He found all these cards in the junkyard after all. I really need my monster. What does that do? Ah, there is some hope with this card, but I just need it to work. Alright. It depends on what he gets with his next card. Guard Dog. Damn it. He got exactly what he needed. Sorry, but my chick's not going anywhere. Alright, my chick's going somewhere. I can't stop it. I can save my life points, but I need my tuner monster. Without my tuner monster, this duel is as good as over. Nope, yes, that is what they wanted me to do. Alright, first duel goes to Trudge, and it's, pretty obvious why. I don't think there was a single chance of winning this duel. I can't think of a single card I could have played differently. Alright, you win, go ahead. The damage is good. Alright, you win, Trudge, but you won't get me next time. I just have to not draw the worst cards in my deck. Alright, story deck, let's go. Tension Han. Now rock. And the worst cards weren't Speed Warrior or Foolish Burial. The worst cards were literally the Synchro Wave card, which we did not need. Alright, let's see it again. Oh, I actually drew a good card this time. Damn it. I activate Tuning. Now with Tuning, I can get myself a Junk Synchron. Damn, I hit Magic Cylinder. That's one of the best cards in the game. Alright, during either player's damage, you can banish this card from your graveyard. Monster you control cannot be destroyed by battle. That's pretty handy, actually. I'm going to set that. Then I'm going to set this. And I end my turn. Alright, if Tuning had hit a level 2 monster, I could have done something, but it's not time yet. Alright, does that guy have an effect I need to know about? I guess not. I have 1600 defense. I can hold back a Street Patrol since you didn't happen to Synchro on turn 1 this time. Oh, there's Nitro Synchro, but I don't think it can work with a level 5. Yeah, I don't think so. Alright. Let me think. I don't think it works at level 7, does it? It is level 7. Okay, let's try that. I'm going to summon my Quillbolt Hedgehog. Then I'm going to activate Double Summon. With this card, I could summon my Nitro Synchron. And with Nitro Synchron, I can now Synchro Summon the strongest card in my deck, or at least kind of sometimes the strongest card. Yeah, Nitro Warrior. And with Nitro Warrior, you're going down. There is nothing that can stand up to this monster. Nitro Synchron's going to draw me a card. If you control, target one monster your opponent controls, destroy that target. We might as well. Synchro Blast Wave, go. Now I'm going to attack you directly. And thanks to me playing a spell card, I gain 1000 attack, which means I've turned this duel around. Take that, buddy. How are you going to beat me this time, Trudge? None of your monsters can stand up to 28. Actually, your signature card could, but it wouldn't do well. Double summon. Ah, his effect. Special summon from the hand. Is he actually going to summon his boss? Is this Goyo? Oh, he did summon his boss. Oh, shit. This is before the nerf, too. I don't think you can get any bigger. You're just Goyo. Alright, Goyo. If I can find a spell card, I'll still win. The Tricky is nice, but the Tricky doesn't save me here. I'm going to summon Junk Synchron. Then, with the power of Junk Synchron, I'm going to bring back Nitro Synchron. Now that I've brought back Nitro Synchron, I'm going to activate my effect of Quillbolt Hedgehog. And Quillbolt Hedgehog, we're going to need your help. I could Synchro Summon, and I think I will. I'm going to make the Junk Warrior. Now, Junk Warrior is an interesting card because it gets stronger for every level 2 monster you have on your field. So, let's go. I get 300 attack from my level 2 monster with 300 attack. Now, it may not look like much, but now I can make another Nitro Warrior, which means I get to draw another card. And if it's another Synchro Wave Blast, it'll save me from this Goyo Guardian. It isn't, but I tried. Next, I'm going to special summon the Tricky using the card I just drew. Sadly, I had no spell cards this time, but I tried to get another one. I attack. Wait, what is the... Yes, I activate Shield Warrior. My monsters cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. Activate the effect of Nitro Warrior? Sure, what does it do? Even better. It put that monster in attack so I can attack again. Amazing. Alright. Got to deal with all these security cards, though, and that's going to be tedious. Tricky, get rid of one. Broken blocker. What does that do? What did broken blocker do? Activate only when defense is higher than attack. Special summon up to 2 monsters with the same name. Nice try, but that wouldn't have worked anyway. Alright, I attack with Nitro Warrior. You're out of cards. Well, we did a lot of good damage there. I have 2 Nitro Warriors now, and I don't think I'm going to lose. I would have a lot of trouble losing this duel. I literally just took out your best card. Alright, I draw. Turbo Booster! That's an amazing card. I'm going to summon it. With my Turbo Booster, I can't possibly lose the duel. Nitro Warrior, go. And go, my Nitro Warrior. Tetsuo Trudge is dealt with. Ah! There goes my promotion. Guess I'm going back to being a duel runner meter maid. That's funny. Alright, well, we get a bunch of stuff, and a blast from the past. Let's go. Yusei escaped Trudge and the other sector security forces, making his way to New Domino City. In other words, we skipped like 5 major duels. There, he came face to face with his rival. Oh, we skipped a shit ton of... We skipped the whole tournament! Wait, we don't even get, like... Nothing? We ain't getting nothing? Oh my god, we skipped the whole tournament. Using Stardust Dragon, Jack was able to escape Satellite and establish himself as the undefeated Turbo Dueling Champion in Neo Domino. Welcome to the Kaiba Dome. This dual dome is impressive, isn't it? Television just doesn't do it justice. Now imagine it filled with thousands of adoring fans chanting your name and cheering you on. But that's something you're never going to experience, you say. Because after this duel, the only people cheering you on will be your loser friends back in the satellite. Now that it's if they don't all turn their backs on you once you return without their Stardust Dragon. Never mind, this duel does happen. This is before the tournament. Huh? You're gonna regret ever coming here because I'm gonna beat you with your own card. Okay, good. They didn't skip all the duels. I was worried. I was like, what? We don't get the Akiza duel? We don't get the Leo or Luna duel? Technically both. All right, there we go. I'm going to be going second, but Yusei has an upgrade, right? Does he get to use Stardust in this duel? No, he does not. I just have to win without it. That's fine. Tuner Scheme. This is an amazing card in this current period. All right, you can do as you can start summon this card from your hand by triggering 1 warrior monster, and if you do, it gains attack equal to tribute monster's original attack. That's probably worth it. That's probably super worth it. All right, I summon the Speed Warrior, but that's not all. I special summon, using my Speed Warrior, the Turbo Warrior, giving my Turbo Warrior 900 more attack, which means I have 2100 attack, plenty to destroy any defense monster in the game. Mad Archfiend didn't stand a chance. Even Mystical Elf would fall to this monster. So what are you gonna do, Jackie boy? Jack Atlas special summons his Vice Dragon and adds a Dark Resonator. Oh shit, he's made it. He summoned it. It's Stardust Dragon. What a pretty monster. All right, Stardust, but that doesn't belong to you, Jack. That's my monster. Stardust is back where it belongs. And now that Stardust has returned to me, I can now do some fun stuff. I'm going to summon Nitro Synchron. And with Nitro Synchron, I'm going to be able to special summon the Nitro Warrior, which is a card that could have beat Stardust Dragon if I had to. Luckily, we didn't have to. Nitro Warrior, let's go. If only I had drawn a spell card this turn, I could really stick it to Jack. But I did draw a good card in general. Alright, now that I've done what I've done, we're going to go in with my Stardust Dragon and my Nitro Warrior. Jack, you're supposed to be the undefeated king. You're kind of bad at this. How are you going to win? You can't beat Stardust. You can't beat Nitro Warrior. Exactly. All you could do is hide in defense mode and pray that I allow you to have another turn. But I don't. I activate Double Summon. And with my Double Summon card, I can now play my Junk Synchron. Now, Junk Synchron's pretty special because it lets me bring back a monster. And I'm going to choose Speed Warrior. And now that Speed Warrior's back on the field, I'm going to summon... Tuningware works, right? Yeah, I'm going to summon Tuningware. I could have just used Quillbolt, but I want to draw a card and see if I get another spell card. And now I'm going to summon the Junk Warrior. This is overkill. Understand this is overkill. But my Junk Warrior is going to be the strongest card in the game. Not even your Legendary Dragon can beat it now. Because Junk Warrior is getting a buff from Speed Warrior, giving it over 3,000 attack points. And Tuningware might even give me more if I get a good card. I did! I activate Fighting Spirit! And with this card, my Junk Warrior is now immune to everything. Let's go. Nitro Warrior, do the honors. Ah, Dark Resonator, one of the few cards I can't beat. Stardust Dragon, do the honors. And finally, Junk Warrior, Synchro Wave. All right, there we go. We got him. Yusei and Jack Duel has had summoned forth a massive flaming dragon. Everyone seems shocked except for one man, Rex Goodwin, the head of Sector Security. What is that? Is that a dragon? What kind of trick is this, Yusei? A mighty beast has emerged from its slumber. What happened to my body? I've never seen this glowing mark on my arm before. What? Am I not the only one with a mark? So you know what this is, Jack? You do, don't you? Jack, say something. What's going on? You are in violation of Code 36B, which states no residents of Satellite may enter New Domino City. By order of Social Maintenance Department, we are placing you under arrest. Do not try to run. We have you surrounded. Oh man, I got no escape, and even if I did manage to get away, I still don't know what that mark on my arm was. Alright, doesn't matter. I got my Stardust. Hey! Okay, good. They didn't skip it. We're going to the facility, folks. I really wanted to do this. After his capture by Sector Security at Kaibadome, Yusei was set to court for sentencing. Yusei was marked with tracking dye on his left cheek and was put on a bus aboard for a prison known as the Facility. Yusei was placed into a cell with another inmate named Tenzin Yanagi, and the two immediately became friends. Hey, they actually put the old man in the game. Oh, great to be back. You're so much nicer than my last roommate. What's a guy like you doing here? Me, it's because I collect cards. Everyone does that. But mine are illegal magic relics from ancient civilizations. That sounds pretty cool. Wish I could see some. Ta-da! I've been stuck here so many times that I've learned how to sneak in my entire deck past the guards. And it's a good thing I did. Why? We're not allowed to duel in prison. You got a lot to learn, Sonny. Dueling is the only way to stay safe. And you'll learn the lesson soon enough. But as long as we got these cards, we're set. In the facility, it was illegal to carry decks and duel. However, that didn't stop the prisoners from sneaking their decks in and dueling for respect. This is starting to sound a lot like real life. Yusei and Tenzin were quickly confronted by an ex-dueling champion named Bolt Tanner. Much to the amusement of the other inmates, Yusei borrowed Tenzin's treasure deck in order to accept Tanner's challenge. Say hello to my duel stadium noob. It's to my duel stadium newbie. Now let me tell you how things work around here. First day in, everyone duels. You duel, you get respect. But you got no ideas because I'm the best. Prove it, Tanner. You duel you against the worthless treasure deck? Oh, please, I want a challenge. And you'll get one. You said you duel here for respect. I think it's time you learn what that really means. Hey, if this is actually the treasure deck, we're in trouble. I'm not joking. If this is the treasure deck, this is going to be a really, really rough duel. Those cards were never made real, right? I'm not using the treasure deck. Everything's going to be okay. Okay. Oh, no. This is not the treasure deck. This deck's insanely busted in from Zexal. Even if I don't have Exceeds, these are still insanely good cards. Alright, let's see. This card can be treated as 2 tributes. Summon a machine monster. During your machine, chronomaly spell previous this turn, you can switch summon this card. If your opponent controls a monster with nothing. Okay. I guess I'll summon my vacuum machine. Yeah. Yeah. No, but for real, if this was the treasure deck, we wouldn't beat Bolt Tanner. His deck's like Jirai Gumo or something. That's not Jirai Gumo. Wait, come on. His cards exist. Jirai Gumo's real. He didn't use Phantom Beast, did he? No. No, of course not. That would be ridiculous. Jirai Gumo, even if his boss doesn't exist, Jirai Gumo exists. You can't pretend it doesn't. I don't want to hear that nonsense. All right. Well, looks like I could special summon this card in defense mode. but it wouldn't do me much good, so I'm going to summon it in attack mode. Now, if he is actually using Phantom Beast, then I can't let my Nightmare Wheel stay. I do need to destroy him, so I'm going to use my Chronomaly Moai and get Mirror Forced. Yep, that's a dueling champ for you, having Mirror Force like that. Alright, if he does Tribute Rock Lizard, we might be in some trouble. Okay, your deck's more interesting than I thought. Sure, why not? I'm gonna need to figure this out. Aztec Mask Golem, Chronomaly Boneman. All these cards seem cool, but they're not very powerful. Interesting. Alright, I'm gonna set this card. As long as he doesn't get his Tribute Monster, it's fine. I'll use my Boneman when I get a Tribute Monster, if I get lucky. Oh! Okay, yeah, you do have a freaking... Oh, and he got it anyway! It didn't matter. He got Rock Lizard, didn't... Oh, Battle Stick. Okay, it doesn't matter. He got me. He freaking got me. If I don't get another one of those Moe cards, I'm in trouble. Or Moai, whatever it's called. M-O-A-I. Mo... I don't know. Alright, when a crawling monster you control is destroyed by battle, special summon a crawling monster from your deck face up defense position. I guess that's something I'll have to do. Alright, I special summon this card for my own safety. The Crystal Bones. Then I activate the effect of the Crystal Bones. And I pick the Moai. And I put it in attack mode. Can it attack or is it just sit there? Nice. Then I summon the Mudman. Or Mask Golem, sorry. So I can't beat your Battle Steer, but if you attack me, I get to use my Trap card, and I can stop you from doing Piercing now. Alright. My 1800 does seem to be the magic stat of this duel, which is kind of cool. When you're in jail, something like 18 should be the magic stat. Oh my god. He has Ushioni? That is one of his cards, too. Ushioni and Jirai Gumo. Well, shit, that changes literally everything. I activate Stonehenge Methods. And with this card, I can get... No. Wait. Yes, that's a good card. Yes. It has to be you. I get myself head. The Colossal Head. Okay, we got the Colossal Head dead. No, not my Moai. That was one of my greatest cards. Damn it. I don't have enough monsters anymore for this to work. The best I can do is destroy maybe Battle Steer. But Ushioni has too much defense. It could be face-up defense. I don't care. As long as they... Oh, I can't even kill it. Whoops. Man, my Crystal Bone card sucks. I tried. I tried. All my cards are too weak. Damn it. If only I didn't let him get... Well, it wasn't I didn't let him get going. He had Mirror Force and Nobleman and everything, really. I didn't stand much of a chance. But that's okay. We'll get him in the next try. Just barely beat my defense. My god. No! Alright, he just got a lucky hand. Way too many powerful spell and trap cards to make his monsters work. Let's try that again, and this time let's see what happens when you don't draw Mirror Force / Nobleman / everything else that you had. Ow. Damn it. I need to get started with this. Well, I guess if I get Crystal Bones, I don't, but even then. I did get Crystal Oh, I drew it. Okay, well, this kind of, yeah. Even Fire Formation Tanky doesn't mean much when I drew this spell card. It really don't mean much. Alright, I special summon Chronomaly Crystal Bones. And with my Crystal Bones, I can now special summon a monster. Now, my Crystal Bones may seem a little weak. I can understand the you know, confusion. But I activate Pyramid Eye. And with this tablet, I'm super strong. Next, I'm going to summon Mayan Machine. That's right, I just summoned a bunch of monsters in one turn. And there's nothing you can do about it. Fire Formation Tanky doesn't even look that good anymore. And you didn't start the duel with Mirror Force, which means I actually have a chance of winning this. Alright. Honestly, it's this spell card's the only real reason I have a chance. Yeah, I'd be in defense mode too. And that's the end of the duel. Alright. Even better, I drew a monster I could use. I summoned the Colossal Head, and now it's time for the Colossal Head Butt. Alright, most of your monsters had bad defense, in case in point. And now I'm going in. More headbutts. The Crystal Skull Headbutt. Oh, actually, there's no skull, it's just the bones. Doesn't matter, victory. I used to be a pro, but I've never dueled anyone quite like you. You're good. You got a name, newbie? It's Yusei. My time in the spotlight is long gone, but I want to do everything I can to get you to the world of the pros. What do you say? You interested? Very. Alright, that was fun. But now it's time. Yeah, he's in the game. Lockdown duel. Soon after the duel of Bolt Tanner, Yusei had an unfortunate run-in with the chief of the facility, Mr. Armstrong. I found smuggled magazines in Tanner's cell. You all know that's against the rules, but I know he couldn't have gotten them alone. His accomplice has 1 whole hour to step forward. After that, everyone here is going to pay the price. Don't like it? Then you ought to figure out who helped him out. If I were you maggots, I'd start by questioning his friends. There's no need for everyone to suffer. Tanner's friend just needs to fess up. If he doesn't, I got no problem putting all of you in permanent lockdown. Get real. You got something you want to say, newbie? There are no magazines, we both know that. No magazines, huh? So I'm punishing Tanner because I feel like it? I don't know why you're doing this, but I know that Tanner wouldn't do anything wrong. You're abusing your authority, Armstrong. I can't just stand here and let you accuse me of being unfair in front of everyone. To prove that I'm a reasonable man, I'll let you duel me out here where your fellow inmates can watch. And if you win, I'll pardon Tanner's offense. But if I happen to win, there's no one here but me that gets put in lockdown. You got a deal. What are you thinking? You can't duel him. You don't have a deck. If you were hoping to use mine, the chief took my cards from me earlier. He took mine too, my beloved treasures. Luckily, with the help of the other inmates, in the facility, Yusei had a little surprise for Mr. Armstrong. Let's skip ahead to later that night. Well, here he is, the little punk with the big mouth, and I thought you might back down. After all, you're not allowed to have a deck in the facility, and you need a deck to duel. Since you're showing up empty-handed, I win by forfeit. Now get him out of my sight! I have a deck right here. What the? Where'd you find those cards? You don't get it. You think we're a bunch of punks who'll gladly turn on each other. That's not how it is. They lent me their cards so that I can take you down. Alright then. Even though you're breaking the rules, I'm willing to uphold my end of the deal. Guards, prepare the duel discs. Alright, let's do a Serpent Night Dragon. Now there's a classic right there. There's a really cool classic. Alright, so this is basically a box of scraps. This deck was made from a box of scraps, so I wonder what they're going to do to simulate that box of scraps. And Armstrong's deck actually exists, so wow, that is not... This is a secret rare card. Who the f got this in here? Like, I don't know who did, but that's amazing. Okay. So both the Chop Man... This one is from when Flip summoned. This one is when Special summoned. I'm going to go ahead and set this card, not because I plan on getting it at Flip summoned, but because I know she'll destroy my first monster. No matter what I do. Yeah, that's a good card. If he has a good trap card or a needleworm or something, that paralyzing chain can be pretty bad. But if he doesn't, then my Kickman will be unstoppable. Alright, Kickman, just in case he has MST, I'm going to use United We Stand right now. He doesn't seem like he does. I'm going to use Chopman, the Desperate Outlaw. Alright, Kickman and Chopman, let's put this guy down. Yeah, him having chain cards makes all the sense. Okay, that's a problem, but not... Oh, wow. Talk about being chained up. This is no good. Yusei, we're going to need to think of something else. Maybe that secret rare Trihorn Dragon would do something. Oh, well, yeah, it will. It definitely will. Alright. I do have access to it, but I'm going to wait to see if he has Monster Reborn. I've only saw Monster Reborn in Duel Monsters, and no one's used it since then. Yeah, that's going to hurt me, but you don't understand what you're doing. Oh, the guy's put together a pretty decent deck now that I'm looking at all the cards. You really don't understand what you're doing. Alright, I draw. Time to show you what's up, Mr. Armstrong. I will call the Haunted Calm Down. I activate Dark Room of Nightmare. Then I'm going to set this card for later. Then, even though you chained down my powerful monsters, I have an even stronger one. A secret rare Tri-Horn Dragon. I actually do have one of these from the Legend of the Blue Eyes pack. It's behind me right now. Alright, secret rare Tri-Horn, destroy that needleworm and do massive damage to this freaking guy. And then I end my turn and we see if you can defeat me. Yeah, that's only good if you have another way. Yeah, you don't. I just need a monster. Okay, a little unfortunate with my top deck, but that's okay. His spell and trap card zone is almost completely filled, and my Tri-Horn Dragon is unstoppable. What's wrong, Mr. Armstrong? Do you not have any real strategies in your deck? All you have is back row, no front row to protect yourself? Wow, this is another really good card. How the hell did they sneak in this amazing deck? Alright, I attack with Matazza the Zapper. Then I attack for game with Tri-Horn Dragon. And Mr. Armstrong is defeated. He won! He won! Never a doubt. Put him in lockdown! But what about our deal? We don't have any deal. Take him away. I don't think so, Mr. Armstrong. I saw the entire duel, and I'm afraid the only person going away is you. Goodwin, I mean, sir! I don't see how the facility can be run effectively if no trust exists between the guards and the inmates. Pack your things, Armstrong. You're fired. And that is it. Armstrong gets fired. That's a big loser right there. The take back. Wow, we're doing this. Okay. Shortly after defeating Armstrong, Yusei was released from the facility under Rex Goodwin's orders. But before he left, Bolt had one last gift for him. This card's going to help you get your duel runner back. Bolt gave Yusei a monster card, Giant Ushioni. I overheard the guards talking about your sweet ride and how it's locked up in the impound center. Take this card to a store named Bootleg, order some milk, and ask for Blister. He'll help you out. Meanwhile, back at Sector Security, are you sure about this? If you let him go, we might never find him again. It's obvious to me that Yusei's Mark of the Dragon won't reappear while he's trapped inside the walls of the facility. It's time for a change of scenery. Besides, I never said that we were letting him go. You're going to track him. Oh, you are so sneaky. With Yusei free to roam New Domino City, I have selected an elite task force to keep him under surveillance and watch for any signs of the reappearance of his mark. And if the mark shows up again, that proves he is one of the signers I've been searching for. With the help of Blister, Yusei was able to sneak into the Sector Security Impound Center and in order to recover his duel runner. Unfortunately, Trudge was already waiting for it to spring a trap. I just hope this ID and passcode work. Nice! Reunited at last with my duel runner. I'm starting to think you like me, Yusei. Why else would you constantly go out of your way to make sure we meet up like this? Although I gotta say, this is probably your craziest stunt yet. What on earth were you thinking? I just want my duel runner back, Trudge. Actually, that runner is now the property of Sector Security. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Give yourself up right now, and I'll forget the fact that you broke into the vault while I'm filling out their report. No chance. You're not leaving with any choice. If you won't surrender, I'll have to make you surrender with a duel. Alright, Trudge gets another fight in this story, which is good. They're showing a lot more 5Ds duels than they did Duel Monsters or GX. And honestly, the decks seem way better built. Now that we're in 5Ds, the decks are actually built properly. It's like, well, yeah, because they actually are just using cards from the show. It's like, yeah, that's probably why. But also, they could have just, done that earlier. Alright, I'm going to set Tuning Wear. And I'm going to end my turn. Let's see what our opponent thinks about that. I didn't expect this. I thought he'd be more than willing to attack me. Alright. Ooh, I drew Scrap Iron Scarecrow. Alright, with him having 3 traps, I don't feel as comfortable doing what I'm about to do, but I'll still do it. I flip Tuning Wear. Then, I summon the Junk Synchron. With Junk Synchron, I can now special summon my most famous monster. Honestly, this is probably more important than Stardust Dragon. the Junk Warrior. And Junk Warrior is packing a punch, so he's going in there. We're going to draw a card thanks to Tuning Wear. Hopefully a spell card. Damn it. Not a lot of spells in this era, huh? I attack for 23. Ah, he wanted me to kill it. Ah, he's getting 2 monsters. 3 monsters. Wait, what? 3 monsters? Oh. Okay. He really wanted me to kill his monster. But what are you going to summon that can take out my Junk Warrior? All those are tuners. There's no way you can get bigger than me. Exactly. You did all that work, but you had nothing planned. Not a single plan in that head of yours. Alright, just a bunch of traps again. Oh, this is a really good card. Alright, I'm going to set this. Out of curiosity, what do you even make? Turbo Warrior at level 6. I could make it, but what would it do? Oh, okay, it's a way to beat other cards. I'm going to summon my Healing Wave Generator. And with this card, I can activate its effect to reflect my Junk Warrior into 500 life points for me. Then, I'm going to destroy your Stingent Sergeants. Or Stingent Security, so you can't summon Stingent Sergeants. There we go. Now that you have no tuners, I have no fears. No Goyo Guardian possibility. Alright, so you have 1 back, but like I said, there's still no way you're getting Goyo Guardian. Not with a level 1 monster. I am still right. You're gonna regret what you just did. Your life points will regret it at least. Alright, I'm gonna summon my Speed Warrior. And then, just to make you feel what you've done to yourself, I'm gonna play Fighting Spirit on my Junk Warrior. Then, just so I don't forget, I'm gonna heal another 500 life points with my Mirror Generator. Or Healing Wave Generator. Finally, I'm gonna go in with my Speed Warrior with a stronger attack stat. 3,500 attack, go. Insane damage. This next attack, it probably would be smarter to just let the shield do it. And then, I'll let my Speed Warrior take out your defense monster. Another! Oops, all tuners. So the problem is he got a bunch of tuners. Okay. He needed a level 4 or 3 monster. He just kept drawing tuner monsters. I almost feel for the guy if he wasn't a dick. Alright. Well, if that's all you have to offer, I'm going to go ahead and win this duel. First things first, I activate Healing Wave Generator. Then, I'm going to special summon my Turret Warrior. My Turret Warrior is going to be a decently strong card, but there is a new monster, so I think we should try summoning it. I'm going to summon Turbo Synchron. And with Turbo Synchron and my Turret Warrior, I'm going to create Turbo Warrior. And Turbo Warrior is going to put you in the ground. Alright, with these powerful cards, we're bound to win the duel. Let's actually go for game. I was right to do so. Wait, Regretful Rebirth. Does that card say I can't beat it or something? Nope, it just comes back for a turn. Alright, fine. Turbo Warrior, take care of it. And Junk Warrior, turns out he gets 1 more turn. But there's not much he can do with 1 turn, so let him have it. I'm sure he'll enjoy it. Okay, I drew Speed Warrior. That's all I need. I normal summon Speed Warrior. And I'm going in for battle. There's nothing you can do now, Trudge. I could have healed all the way to 10,000 life points. Or 10,100 life points, but I didn't feel like it. Turbo Warrior, win us this duel. Wow, these decks are way better built. Yusei was able to successfully escape Trudge and the other sector security forces, but not without a cost. During the escape, Yusei crashed his dual rudder in an alley, leaving him unconscious. Luckily, he was rescued from arrest by the twins, Leo and Luna. There we go. Welcome to the Fortune Cup. Thank God they didn't skip this. Oh, I'm excited. I'm going to sit up. We're going to do one Fortune Cup duel. I want to do at least one, so this will be fun. Plus, we get to play as one of the, I know, not really villain, but you know what I mean. One of the antagonists. He's waking up. Who are you? We found you in the alley downstairs, so we brought you up here. My name's Leonard, but you can call me Leo. This is my sister Luna. We're twins in case you couldn't tell. Not identical twins, obviously. She's a she, and I'm a he. So, who are you, mister? What's your name? I have no idea. I never met anyone with amnesia before. You're obviously a duelist with that sweet duel runner, so maybe you'll jog your memory. Tell me, does this look familiar? Well, does this Fortune Cup invite ring a bell? The Fortune Cup? Yeah, it's this big tournament between a bunch of people that Kybercorp randomly selected. It's gonna be huge, and get this, they selected me! I'm gonna be in it! Actually, they selected me. They technically selected Luna, but Luna's too scared to enter, so I'm gonna pretend to be her and enter and win that thing. No one's gonna believe you're me, Leo. Why wouldn't they? We're twins. We look alike. I'm a girl. I'm pretty. I'll wear makeup. Thanks for trying to help, but this Fortune Cup isn't ringing any bells. I should get out of here. I shouldn't trouble you guys anymore. But you still don't know who you are. Before you go, I've got one more idea. I'll challenge you to a duel, Mr. Amnesia Man. Jack Atlas said that the way a duelist duels reveals who he really is. So if you duel me, you might remember who you are. I guess it couldn't hurt. To everyone's surprise, the duel did indeed clear Yusei's mind, and he remembered exactly who he was. Soon after, Yusei left the twins only to encounter the very person who caused his amnesia in the first place. I was starting to think you didn't like me. I'm here to take you in, Yusei, so you're gonna come quietly? Officer Trudge, aren't you supposed to be guarding the candles and calendars kiosk at the Outer Rib Mall? Stop interfering with police duty. I didn't get your name, short stack. Special Deputy Lazard. I worked for the Director General, and I outrank you. Mr. Yusei, we'd like you to participate in the Fortune Cup. If you refuse, I'll arrest your 4 friends in the satellite for the crime of, I'll make something up later. The next day, Yusei received another visit from his rival Jack Atlas. What brings you here? I heard you'll be in the Fortune Cup. I got a deal for you and your Stardust Dragon. If you win, you can keep the card. If I win, I get the card. Then you and me are straight. Straight? What about my friends? What are you talking about? Your purple-haired pal Lazar stopped by. If I don't duel, they'll pay. Well, then you'll definitely need your Stardust Dragon now, won't you? And just so we're clear, I don't know anything about this threat, got it? I duel for me. Goodwin's got his own agenda. I'll see you at the Fortune Cup. Meanwhile, Rex, Goodwin, and Lazar met to discuss another Fortune Cup participant. I made sure the Black Rose got an invitation. She'll be dueling here along with Yusei. Then all is going to plan. Soon the Crimson Dragon will rise. At the Fortune Cup, all the participants finally came together for the ultimate dueling competition. Since Luna was too afraid to compete in the duel herself, Leo gladly took her place. How do I look? This is embarrassing. Come on, Luna, chill out. I bet it's like looking in the mirror. A broken mirror. Meanwhile, Rex, Goodwin, and Lazar met once again to discuss the tournament. Everything is in order. Our detector, that's stupid, will pick up even the tiniest energy. That's also stupid. Energy signals emitted by the signers. We'll know for sure who the signers are. Excellent. Now the first duel of the Fortune Cup begins. It's Greiger versus Leo. It's an honor to meet. It's an honor to be dueling today, Greiger. Put it there, pal. Miss Luna, you have quite a strong grip for a young lady. Everyone at the school calls me a tomboy. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha ha. All right. Hey, Asilo Hero. Good to see you, buddy. Let's do this. I'm glad I get to play as Greiger. His deck's actually kind of interesting. And honestly, I don't really like Leo. All right, let's see what we got here. Wow, that's a powerful starting hand. That's a powerful starting hand. I'm going to set this card. Because I don't know what Leo does. If he doesn't even have his Power Tool Dragon, which is weird, he should at least have Power Tool Dragon, right? Is he not allowed to use it in this duel? I mean, come on, that's his card. Whatever. Alright, Morphotronic map. I'll let him keep it for half a second. Mr. Boomboxin! Alright, Boomboxin, I'm taking you out. That's a dangerous card right there. Yeah, that's fine. It can attack twice. That's why I was able to do that. Well, you're not entering defense mode, that's for sure. And since I'm not trying to destroy your monster, Spell Reactor will be my friend. Alright, Spell Reactor. Let's see if we can do some burn to our friend Leo here. Next turn, he's bound to use a spell card once his Boomboxin's dead. Alright, 1200 burn. I was right. I don't like that. Does my effect even activate? It doesn't, damn it. Because his card was a destruction effect, I didn't even do anything. Okay. Mr. Magnin, that's a pretty sad attack stat you got there. It'd be a shame if I just summoned another spell reactor and not... How about this time when you play a spell, you don't be a jerk about it? You know, maybe play a spell that doesn't just kill the monster that's trying to burn you. Alright, let's attack. And let's end our turn. You're never going to beat all my spell reactors. Ah, Self-On. That is a good card if you had your tuner monster. Nope, useless. Would have been good for me, though. That card's alright. That's a problem. That card was a legitimate problem. Yep, it's Radion. That card is legitimately a problem, and the only card I should fear in his deck. Looks like he's just going to attack me. Alright, well, that monster is worth a Mirror Force, since that's probably your strongest card without Power Tool Dragon. Unless you have that one tribute monster in your hand, but even then, you would have used it by now. Yeah, okay. I activate MST, I'm not risking this. He has a lot of stall cards in his deck, I know. Oh, yeah, no entry, which would have worked with his Morphotronic map. And it looks like I am just going to win with some basic monsters. Thanks to my spells and traps being really strong, and Morphotronic monsters being really bad. Most of them are just really bad. Alright, I attack for 17. Maybe there's newer ones, but the old ones suck. I attack for 12. Come on, Leo, play a spell card. Play Magical Mallet. I want to see you do it. I want to see you do it so I can burn you. Damn it! Oh, well, this time it works. This time this works. Or not. Really? Okay. I guess not. That's kind of lame. Alright, once again, like, I could destroy the field spell, but it's not even that scary. Alright, it was another spell card, huh? Well, I could go in for damage, but the reality of the situation is 1200 probably doesn't beat most of his cards. Oh, beat Magnin. Wow, you have some bad cards, I'm not gonna lie, kid. You have some really bad cards. Alright, I'm gonna end my turn, and let's see what we can do here. One more trap to scare me off, huh? Well, if I draw a monster, I'll go all in. I did not draw a monster, therefore I will not go all in. Oh, I had Call of the Haunted. Whoops. Oh, he didn't activate anything, so hold up. Do I have anything that does 23? Obviously not. I could have won this turn, but you know what? Let's give the kid one more chance. Come on, Leo. Let's see what you got, kid. Just a constant disappointment. Alright. I summoned Mystic Tomato. Maybe you'll do something about that. Maybe not. I'm going to go ahead and attack. You have anything this time? Oh my god, kid. Your deck sucks! I do not want to reverse duel as him. I don't want to play as Leo. Oh god. I can't believe I lost. Man, this stinks. Bravo, Mr. Greiger. That was quite an explosive duel. Your intel's wrong. You said you were looking for a girl. That kid was obviously a boy. It seems we were the victims of a little identity prank. Luna must have a twin. Later on in Rex Goodwin's office. The detector didn't pick up any NRD readings from that kid that was dueling, but I did end up getting a signal from a girl in the stands. Keep an eye on her. All right, there we go, folks. Next episode, we are going to do surprise, surprise. Hey, they brought him in. Cool zombie guy. All righty, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.